Okay, I'm going to do a three-part video of my Harman wood stove. This is a Mark III stove, and I've had this thing for a little bit over 15 years, I guess. Stove I had before this was a Vermont Castings, and God, I love that stove. It was porcelainized on the outside. It was a beautiful stove. It was high gloss black, but I burn coal in it. And I've been burning coal for about 28 years now. And the Vermont casting stove did not have very good grates in it. They were kind of small, they were kind of thin, and they burned out quite often. I had modified the stove quite a few times, and eventually Vermont Castings got out of the coal burning stove business, and they stopped making parts for it. So once they stopped making parts for it, I couldn't get grates anymore, and I had to get rid of it. It would have been perfect for somebody to burn wood in, but I gave up burning wood a long time ago. So I bought this Harman. This Harman, I have, to be honest with you, it's a love-hate relationship with this stove. And the reason that I am so upset with this thing is, number one, the shaker grates for the coal are 20 inches wide. The ash pan is 17.5 inches wide. Now, anybody that has a Harman stove knows exactly what I'm talking about and knows why I'm upset. The ashes fall off both sides of it, and then you have to dig them out with a little coal shovel and all this kind of stuff, you know, when it's hot, and it's ridiculous. So I started burning the stove about a week ago, I guess, and I've been burning wood in it because I have kind of a limited amount of coal left from last year. So in burning the wood, it was fine. I got to the point yesterday where I put coal in it, and it didn't take any more than about an hour, and I was already having problems with the shaker grates. Now, I've had problems with the shaker grates before in this stove, where the stove gets to a certain temperature, they lock up. They lock up hard. And I thought, this is kind of ridiculous. This has never been a good design. I need to figure out what's wrong with these grates. So I go online to the Harman Stove site, and it says that grates are available. Yeah, they're available, all right. I got 3 grates. They're available for $156 a piece. So I thought, well, if they're not broken in half, they have to be binding somewhere, and they're cast iron, so I can grind them. I can give them clearance. Because to be honest with you, castings are not a high tolerance product, should I say. So in their instruction manual, they said, well, you can replace the grates and it doesn't require any tools. All you have to do is remove the fireproof brick, and you can replace the grates by hand with no tools. Well, let me show you what they're talking about. Now, as you can see, there's 3 separate fire bricks. You know, these are the, 4.5 by 9s, and they're set on end. And if you can see where the joints are on these fire bricks, they put a piece of angle iron in here and weld it to the stove, so there's no physical way to remove that brick without breaking it. You're starting to see why I'm upset. Well, this is the side that you have to remove the right side to lift the grates up from that side first, and then they fit into a pattern on the left side. This was the angle on this side. So I decided, hey, makes sense. Why don't I cut that small lip off of that angle? I can slide the 2 bricks in this way when I get replacements, and then I can cement the last one in here, which is what they should have done to begin with. Either that or bolted these pieces of angle iron in so you could unbolt it to replace the bricks. It's the same thing with it in the back there. You can see that. It's just angle iron, and it captures, and there's no way to get the bricks out unless you cut that angle iron or break the brick. But even if you break the brick, you still have to get new bricks back in. It doesn't make any sense. So what I did is I pulled out each of the grates, put a straight edge across them, measured them, and they really were not. I thought that they had drooped. I would have thought they would droop in the middle, but they hadn't drooped in the middle. In fact, what they had done is expanded this way. And so then they were hitting each other when you would shake them. Well, as you can see, I took them down to the shop and I ground the ends of all these grates because I'm burning nut coal, so it's large enough that it's not going to fall through. And I also ground the ends of each of the grates so that they're a little bit more sloppy fitting, shall I say. So that's what I've done so far. Like I said, the shaker grates, they wanted $156 a piece for. They wanted $65 for 6 tiles. Fireproof brick, in other words. I thought, well, I need to look around here and see where I can find them. Well, Lowe's can order them and Home Depot can order them, but nobody has them in stock. So, reverted to good old Amazon. They got them in stock. They're $38 for 6 of them. And they'll be delivered here, hopefully today. So what I'm going to do is slide the 2 new fireproof brick in there. And then I'll glue the last one right here to the wall. And then I'll be ready to start burning this thing again. Oh, here's another tip. Everybody says, how do you clean the glass on your stove? Spray it down with Windex. Okay, let it soak for about a minute or 2. And then come back with a straight, flat razor blade and take all that stuff off. Works like a charm. Then you can clean up with the final Windex and it's good to go. So I'll come back and do another video after I've installed the new fire brick and show you what I did. And we'll kind of go from there. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and we'll give you the updates as they come in. Thanks for watching.